And welcome back to another episode of Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. I am the Corey C. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. We're on all podcast outlets: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, of course, YouTube. So support the channel, support the cause, the I love. And you already know what time it is. We are interviewing our student athletes from the 2023 signing class. We got Mr. Excitement with us today. He's going to electrify the vet. He's a transfer wide receiver, Antonio Gayden. Welcome to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club.
Thank you for having me.
All right, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
Shit, I'm excited. Can't wait to get to the vet.
No doubt, no doubt. So, for our fans who are not following, keeping up with things, and they don't know who you are, just give them the quick introduction: who you are, where you from, position, all that fun stuff.
Okay. My name is Antonio Gayden. I'm a transfer from Pearl River Community College. I'm from Harvey, Louisiana, and I play receiver. Slide.
All right, and congratulations, man, on being a JSU Tiger.
Appreciate it.
So, how does it feel? How does it feel to be a Tiger? Let's hear it.
It was exciting. So like when they first offered me, I ain't even cut. I knew I was gonna go there, but my position coach, he wasn't sure about it. But I was
Oh,
telling
okay.
him, I knew from the jump that I was going to Jackson State.
How'd you know from the jump? Like, what was it about JSU?
So my position coach, he was at another school. So like the connection we built from there, and he hit me up saying he was at Jackson State. I just knew. I was like, I just put my trust into him.
Okay. So you already had a relationship with him and he ended up at Jackson State.
Yeah.
Okay. So of course we still had to recruit you despite that connection. So talk about the recruitment process.
All right. So I was telling him about like my recruitment process. And he was like, well, I was telling him I had a official visit to Utah State, and he was like, I was telling him I ain't had like I ain't been hearing from no other schools so far. He was like, well, I just got on at Jackson State. I'm a senior film and I'm show my your film to the head coach and we gonna see if he wants you from there. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm just, glad that you wanted willing to give me an opportunity to have a
Okay.
chance to go there.
Sounds like you sent in your film and had your fingers crossed. So when you got the official word that that offer was official, talk to me. What was going through your head?
I was excited. I ain't even gonna cry. God, I was excited. I
Mm.
went told my mom so fast. She was excited for me, and I just couldn't wait to like post it on social media, announce
Hmm.
it that I got the offer.
Now you say you knew all along, but you had the fans not sure. We were wondering, man. You were keeping us on pins and needles because you said you had the Utah State offer, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't he come down to Jackson State, Middle Tennessee State?
Yeah. So
Okay.
eventually, Utah State, I really don't like playing nowhere in the cold, so and stuff like that. It's snowing out there, so
Hmm.
on my visit, I mean they wind up unfortunately pulling my offer.
Mm.
But that's just a business. So
Hmm.
when
Yeah,
Middle
that's the nature of
Tennessee
the business.
came, yeah, when Middle Tennessee came, I mean I knew all along, but my position coach at Jackson State here just like just say the best for last. Like don't
Hmm.
push it
Hmm.
to like Sunday. But when I first got the offer, I committed, but he was unsure. He thought
Okay.
I was talking.
Okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah. You talked about that snow. It doesn't snow too often in Mississippi. When it does, it's like a holiday. Everything's canceled. School's canceled. Class canceled. Work. So
Yeah,
we look in Mississippi. Yeah, we look forward to it because it's so rare. But yeah, I mean, it can get cold, but
yeah,
nothing like that. Nothing like that.
yeah.
Now, as far as your visits, talk to me about your visit. I know you visited Jackson State. We'll get to that in a second. Did you ultimately visit Tennessee State? Because there's a story out, not Tennessee State, Middle Tennessee State, because there's a story
Yeah.
out there that says you were supposed to, but then you visited Jackson State and
All right.
canceled that visit. So straighten it up. Give us the facts.
All right. So I scheduled 3 visits. I scheduled Bethune Cookman visit. That's the one I canceled. Well,
Okay.
I really canceled, but Coach Ed Reed got lost his job there.
Hmm.
So I went to Middle Tennessee the week after I went to Jackson State. So
Okay.
when I went to Middle Tennessee, it was smooth. They was telling me how they'll use me. Like the thing with me versus why I chose Jackson State over Middle Tennessee, it was like when I first met Coach TC, like his energy was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was showing me like how he could use me, why he really want me there at his program and stuff like that versus Middle Tennessee head coach.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
Gotcha.
not given. So
So when did you? I know you said you kind of knew all along, but when did you know? There's a difference. At one point you knew, but then at one point you knew. Like when was that? Okay, I 100%. There's no turning back. This is the place for me. Was that after the visit or what?
I mean, it was like all along I knew, but like the visit, they just wanted me to come out there and see the camp. Like I seen it like from TV because I watched every game.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I knew all along, so they just wanted to see it in person, and I was thrilled. Like the stadium actually bigger in person than
Mm.
on TV,
Mm.
and they got one of the nicest facilities for real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed myself there. I can't wait to get back.
Okay, so what else stood out about the visit? Because I definitely want to talk to you about that stadium, then the facilities. Did you get to tour the city and then the campus as well? Just talk to us a little bit more. We want to pull everything out of you because we know you got some stories.
All right, yeah. I mean, we did. They brought us downtown. It was nice. They took us to some spots.
Mm-hmm.
My host, they did a real good job showing me around the campus and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Showing me things I need to know.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And
it
you
was just
talked
all
about the.
around like a good visit.
Mhm. Yeah, I've experienced the visit along with some of the recruits, and it's it's first class all the way. So I understand why you were so impressed. And you talked about the facilities. Obviously, we've had facilities upgrades
Yeah.
recently. So talk about the facility in terms of what you saw compared to what you not what you expected, but what there may be a perception about an HBCU facility compared to what you saw.
I mean, I mean, I only seen like Southern campus because like my brother go there, but they have way like a lot of more research than Southern.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
their stuff is nice. You wouldn't even think it would be like a HBCU
Okay.
facility. That's
I
yeah.
mean, well, that's what we do though. We outdo Southern, so that's no surprise. I mean, I know you're from down in that New Orleans area. So did you grow up like a big SWAC guy? Like I know your brother goes there. Do you have a lot of family members that go to SWAC schools or HBCUs in general?
No, I grew up an LSU fan.
Okay, that's cool. Everybody, you have your Power Five that you root for. That's cool. That's cool.
Mhm.
All right, all right. So if you go on the HBCU route, you picked the right place. You picked the
Yeah,
right place.
like I mean, picking like a HBCU over like a FBS school. I just when I was going to my brother games, I was like, it was taking me back to high school days, playing for like a black community with like the black band music and stuff
Hmm.
like that.
So he played at Southern.
Yeah, he played at
Okay.
Southern. He's still
Oh, he
there.
currently plays there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, well, okay. What position? Don't
linebacker.
tell me. Okay, I was about
We
to say
don't
I wanted
see
to hear
him.
corner. I
We
wanted to hear
don't
corner.
see him. Nah, he
So
got too. He got too big at the switch his position.
okay, so if he gets a chance to hit you, let's say it's an open field tackle, and he can just kind of push you out of bounds, or he can lay that wood on you. What
he
is he
could
gonna do?
try. He could try it out. We brothers off the field, but on it, the best man got to win.
No, what I'm asking you is if he has the option to just push you out of bounds or lay that wood, what is he gonna do?
He gonna hit me. I ain't
He
even
gonna
gonna
hit
care
you. He gonna
because
hit
I talk a lot. He gonna hit me.
you.
You
That's what's
yeah,
up. That is
most
what's up.
likely.
So you talked about a little bit about Coach Taylor. We definitely want to get in that, a little bit more of that. But are there any other coaches that you started to build a relationship with, whether it was as you were being recruited or since you signed?
Um, at Jackson State,
Yeah, Jackson State.
I really like. I ain't really like talk to any other coaches besides my position coach
Hmm.
throughout it all. Like I talked to like the offensive coordinator, like all the other coaches on campus.
Hmm.
Stuff like that. So that was my first time meeting the whole coaching staff. They was
Hmm.
just following my Twitter. and stuff.
Gotcha. And I know at least a couple of the players, you seems like you are starting to build a relationship with them, or you knew them previously. I can just tell by the interaction. So, are there any players that you knew prior to signing, or you started to become acquainted with since you signed?
It was like a lot of the receivers, like Isaiah, Mike, they was reaching out to me. They was like, you might as well just make the move, come play,
Yeah.
be a part. And then Dallas Daniel, he hit me up.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah, I was like, yeah.
That's awesome. Did to see Dallas because he's moved on. We expected him to be drafted, if not, be on the roster. But he's improving his stock already in some of the post season bowls and practices and things like that. So definitely, that's the guy that we're looking forward to. He's always representing Jackson State, so we love it. So he's a wide receiver. Did you know him prior, or he just randomly reached out and said, "Hey, D, I love this place to be"?
I mean, I ain't knowing pride. He just
Okay,
reached out.
that's cool. That's a dope story,
Mm-hmm.
man. That is a dope story. All right, so right now you haven't enrolled yet. Are you still in school? Still in junior college?
Yeah, so in
Oh,
junior college
okay. And when you plan on enrolling?
after the, like the summer.
Summer.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What's their current height and weight?
5'10". I ain't really get a good weight right now. I ain't weigh myself in a minute.
What's your ideal playing weight?
I'm gonna get up to, well, my goal is to get to like at least 175.
175. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is the question that everybody's waiting on. I was going to get to it eventually. We want to hear about this speed. This
This
speed.
speed,
We see it.
I knew it was gonna
Yeah,
come.
yeah, you knew it was coming. I should have just asked it right from the get go, but I wanted to build it up a little bit and have the fans wondering if I was going to ask it. That we can see it on the screen, but sometimes that can be deceiving. Now I've heard some stories. I've heard some 40 times thrown around, but I won't even say what I've heard. We have the man himself, the man right here that's coming out of that New Orleans area. So the man right here. Let's hear it. What is that 40 time?
4, 3, 5.
4.35, man. I'm telling you. That's what we want to see in the vet. I said it earlier, Mr. Electrify the vet. We're expecting you to, and just watching the tape, man. It's like, because I watch a lot of my YouTube videos. I watch them on the fastest speed because I got a lot of videos to watch. So sometimes I'll speed it up. I remember the first time watching yours, I had to double check and make sure it wasn't sped up. I was like, wait a minute, I think it's a little bit faster, but no, it was going at the normal speed. So, man, track speed. Did you run track in high school? You did?
Yeah, I did all that. Played
Yeah.
basketball, but I ain't even cap. I ain't really have like a good opportunity to show y'all what I can really do. But
Okay.
the high school film, it speaks for itself. Is all
That's the
that.
one we need to see.
That's the
That's
one
what we
y'all
should.
really need to see right there.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
so
Definitely. Definitely. And you talked about the stadium being bigger than what you thought. You had seen it on probably Instagram, Twitter. What's the biggest crowd you played in front of? Probably maybe a couple thousand?
a couple thousand. When Coach T, she was telling me like 60,000. What you gonna do for me? How you gonna react to that? I was like, I don't really like looking to the crowd, but I always wanted to play on a big platform.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna ball. It's just gonna, turn me into a man. It's gonna fold me. Stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. I was
Yeah.
like,
And the atmosphere in the vet, man, is just something to behold. Seeing it on social media, that doesn't do it any justice. Just like you said, seeing the stadium in person, an empty stadium, and you realize how big it is. But when you see it filled up, especially against Southern, now we won't play them at home. How many
yeah,
years of eligibility do you have? How many years of eligibility?
3 for 2.
Okay, all right. So you'll get to experience Southern at home, and that's one of the greatest atmospheres in college football. I didn't say FCS, I didn't say HBCU. Swag is one of the greatest atmospheres in college football. I'm sure your brother has told you about it, or maybe you watched that game.
Yeah, I watched second.
Absolutely. How many years does he have left?
He got about I think 1 or 2 years.
1 or 2 years. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's something. So I mean, just be ready because the all eyes are on Jackson State. Just about every game televised on one of the ESPN platforms. So the eyes will be on you. You'll have scouts watching. So I would imagine that's one of your ultimate goals to go to the NFL, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So you'll have the scouts definitely watching you. So if there was a scout who, was asking you, what will you bring to the table to a team, an NFL team, a college team, describe your game, what would you tell them? What type of player are we getting and what type of player would an NFL team get eventually?
And I'm really like a leader on and off the field. So like I keep everybody accountable. So I say like they'll be getting like everything. If they give me an opportunity, like I'm working harder, like straight up, like he gonna get it all.
Mhm.
If y'all
Absolutely.
need me to play any position, I'll do it.
Did you play any other positions in high school? Or running back, kicker? I know you returned some kicks.
Yeah,
Cornerback, maybe.
I did quarterback, running.
Quarterback. Okay. So you probably the best athlete on the field. So they just had to get the
Yeah,
ball in your hands.
I played some corner, all that. Yeah, I did it all. I had
You
fun in
did good.
high school.
And what about returning kicks? And you don't have to give us too much, but is that something that you've talked to the coaching staff about?
I mean, yeah, they told me that I could join. I could do it when I get there.
Okay.
I ain't really have an opportunity at in JUCO to do it because we couldn't do both. We only had to do one, so I was just
Oh,
doing
okay.
one.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely an opportunity to improve your draft stock. Obviously playing wide receiver is one thing, but when you can show that you're multi talented, especially in the return game, it gives you an opportunity to hit the field, special or just special teams in general. So, is that something you're willing to do? You're willing to hit somebody as well on special teams?
Yeah, I mean, if whoever they need me, now I do it.
Good stuff. All right, man. So we're looking forward to you making your debut at the vet, joining the D I Love family. But what are some things that you are looking forward to the most personally?
I just want to see what the hype out with playing football and just getting on campus and seeing everything when I get out there for myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yeah, the hype is there. And man, I'm telling you, when you get to town, you just, wear that J hat, wear that block around town, and trust me, you'll stand out. People will say, okay, you play Jackson State football. Don't be alarmed when random people are stopping you and wanting to talk and maybe even take pictures and ask you your name and where you're coming from, because we love our Jackson State football. It's a Jackson State city, if you know what
Yeah,
I mean. The whole
I
town, the
see.
whole city. You probably experienced that on the visit, I would imagine.
I did. I see their fan base is crazy. The support system and everything.
Tell me about that fan base, like, especially on Twitter, because I see the
Man,
retweets and stuff. But just
the
what is your
fan,
experience like?
the fan base, they played a big part. Like they was showing me that they really want me to come to their program. Like they was spamming my
Hmm.
tweets, everything. They were just giving me a warm welcome to their
Hmm.
camp. I said, oh,
Absolutely.
it's crazy. I was
No
telling
doubt. No
you
doubt.
something that
All right. And let us know, man, what will you be majoring in as well?
sports management.
Okay. And what do you want to do with that after football, after your football playing days are over with?
Mm. I ain't really get into it, but cause right now I'm gonna switch my major after I get my bachelor's out here in Pearl River.
Okay.
So I'm still looking into that.
Okay. Somebody told me you can cut some hair. Is that true?
Yeah.
That what
I
I was
mean,
told.
I,
Are you
I mean, I was starting it, but I was like, nah, I don't have the time. It's going.
okay? Want to go in a different direction? That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. All right, man. Message for the fans. What do you want to say to the fans who are watching? Anything. The floor is yours.
Thank y'all. It's gonna be a show. Get y'all popcorn, cause
Okay.
turn the vet up.
All right. And for the few fans who aren't following you on social media, I'm pretty sure 99% of them are, because you said they've been hitting you up. But for the one and two out there that's watching that they haven't found you on social media, let them know. Twitter, Instagram, how can they find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram, LeJ, on Twitter, underscore J15.
All right. All right. And there you have it, folks. Wide receiver. You go by JB. Can we call you JB?
Was definitely.
JB Gayden in the house. He will be rocking a vet near you soon. All right, man. Congratulations. Looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt.